Hi everyone, Mrs. Cook here. I'm sorry I'm not able to be in person with you today, but we're going to work on a pretty fun project. I'm going to give you guys a quick taste. This is what our end project is going to be. We're creating this optical illusion heart, and we're going to talk about color scheme. But before we do that, we're going to draw our picture. Okay, so we're using a heart because it's a nice simple shape. So just take your pencil. Sorry, what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of paper, a ruler, a pencil, and a Sharpie. You're going to also need an eraser. Okay. All right. So to start with, we're going to draw a heart that takes up pretty much all of the center of the page. I'm using pencil first. Draw light. Don't push hard into the paper because that's going to create like a dent in the paper. And when you go to erase it, you won't be able to erase it. Okay. After this, you're going to take your ruler and you're basically going to draw horizontal lines all the way down your page. The closer together you have the lines, the more detailed and the more work it's going to be. But you can decide. About a finger's width would be fine. If you do want to make them smaller, that's okay too. So I'm going to start by drawing the lines. I do the first ones, I go from top to bottom, draw them along with me. I'm just eyeballing the ruler so that it goes straight across. It does not have to be perfect. If one line's a little slanted, that's not a problem. When you get to the heart, you're not going to draw a line straight across the ruler. You're going to pick up your pencil. So right here, you see, I have the heart. I'm going to draw right from the heart, only the background. That's a good way to put it. Just drawing the background. It may help you to turn your paper sideways, right? It's a little easier to see. And once again, I'm going to draw, stop, when I get to the edge of the heart. So take your time. You don't have to catch up with me. Just take your time and finish this drawing with lines all the way down in the background. You can pause the video here or just keep going with me. Make your line. Move your ruler. Make your line. It's really important that you don't pick up the ruler in between the two lines. You want those lines to match up. Slide your ruler, hold it down tight, make your lines. Move your ruler. Once I get to the bottom, I make the line all the way across the page. You want to make sure that the ruler does not shift while you're drawing your lines, because that'll give you a wobbly line. Okay, so right now, as a class, continue drawing this and pause the video, start it back up when everyone's ready to continue. Okay, I'm going to keep going now. I'm assuming you're ready to continue. Now, the next thing we're going to do, I like to turn my page because that's how I draw best. I'll just adjust the camera so you can see it. Okay. Now, we're going to take these lines right where it meets the heart, That's where there's going to be a bump. This is right. I don't have to do anything for that top line. But this line, I'm going to connect from here to here. Those are my 2 points. Okay. And once again, here to here. So these are my 2 points that I'm going to connect. If you have to adjust, just erase your line and make a new mark. Okay, for this one, I'm just gonna come right here and I'm gonna end right here. For the second bump, the important thing to create the illusion is that this comes up, there's an angle here, and you join this line directly to the line next to it. Okay, now I'm going to do the next line down, and I'm going to go, I'm going to create the first bump, and then a second one. Next line, I'm going to start to even it out. So it's almost one. There's a little bit of a bump. Make a mistake, you can erase it. If this line isn't exactly connected, you can make adjustments. Okay, so to create this, you're not going to need the line of the heart. So those lines are going to get erased. Because what creates the shape of the heart is the bump, the angle from the straight line to the curved line. That's creating the shape of the heart when the viewer looks at your picture. So erase each one of these. If I'm going too fast, pause the video and then start it back up when everyone's ready. I want everybody to stay together so that we're all creating the same thing at the same time. Now the top bump right here, I'm going to keep that because that's the top of my heart. Don't erase that one. An extra line here, I'll erase it. If you accidentally erase this angle right here, you have to put that back in. That's where it's really important to see so that your line is created by where these two pieces come together and meet. Okay, So now you can see I have a little bit of a trace of that line, but really not too much. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trace the whole thing with Sharpie. I'm going to turn it sideways again. And use my ruler. Make sure that you have a piece of paper underneath where you're working so that it doesn't go through onto the table. Especially along the edge because you're going right off the edge of the paper. So you might want two pieces, or you want to grab a messy mat because you don't want, as it goes to the edge, you don't want it to mark up the table when you're working. Being really careful here to stop exactly at the right position. And now I'm going to draw this curved line. Being really careful when I work with my Sharpie because there's no going back once you put the mark. Okay. I'm going to line up the ruler, stop exactly where your pencil line stops. Okay, so this is your finished product for today. Next time, we're going to work on coloring this in. If you have some extra time, you can just do some free drawing. Make sure that you guys get this finished by the end of class today. All right. All right. Have a great day. Thank you so much, guys.